Greg Tepper, Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com here for Texas Football Today at the THSCA Coaching School and Convention in Houston, joined by the head coach of the El Paso America's Trailblazers, Coach Patrick Melton. Coach, please tell me you didn't drive.
No, we flew.
Okay, that would be very bad if you were to drive. Welcome home, I guess. This has been one of your homes here in Houston. I know you're coaching out in El Paso, but you've coached around here. Has the city changed at all?
Actually, the city has changed a lot. They've redeveloped a lot of the downtown areas. I see a lot more of the new condo / loft things going up, and it's really nice. It's good to be home. Get to eat some good food.
All right, let me ask you one thing. Can you move that up? There we go. Beautiful. All right, that's a broadcasting thing. It's something I get really nervous about. Okay, let's talk about America's football. Let's talk about Trailblazers football. How do you get Josh Fields to get a 5th year of eligibility? So that you guys could just keep running roughshod over everybody.
We looked into every loophole that we could find, but UTEP didn't really want him to play another year of football.
I feel like Coach Kugler would have something to say about that.
He's pretty happy with him.
Yeah, I would say. But he's a special run. He's a special runner. For you, if you're talking to UTEP fans, what can you tell them to expect from a guy like Josh Fields?
Expect a kid that's going to give you everything he got on every play. And, he's a guy that can carry a load because he had to carry a load for us for a lot of years. So he gets it. He's one of the kids that plays an old school brand of football. And, that's kind of what we do. So he's got that ingrained in him. So he'll do well there.
But let's look ahead to 2017. You guys had a great year last year. You're hoping to build on this year. I think people are going to look at you and look at the headliners that you lost. Mm-hmm. But when you look at your roster, what do you see as maybe the strength of your team this year?
Believe it or not, the strength of our team this year is going to be our offense. We'll be better at receiver. We'll be better at quarterback. We'll be the same at offensive line, and we'll be a little bit worse at running back. But the guy that's replacing Josh is a lot faster than him. Mm-hmm. So
that's saying something.
They're not the same type of runner,
right?
And we'll use him a little bit differently than we use Josh. But I think the offense will be our strength.
What do you think is something that people don't understand about El Paso high school football? I feel like it's a bit of a mystery for a lot of people in the state. What do you think is something that maybe is misconstrued?
Believe it or not, I just left. I'm my Angelo State alum. I played there. And we just had a social right now, and I just was speaking to the guys. A bunch of us are head football coaches, and just dealing with the frustration of, as soon as somebody hears you're from El Paso, they think that you can't coach or play. They can't play any football, and I tell people all the time that do we have elite teams in El Paso? No, we don't. But every team from Dallas and Houston is not better than every team in El Paso. We would still be a playoff team in the Dallas area. Would we be an elite team? Absolutely not.
Wow.
So there's guys out there. There's players.
And to me, the thing that has always struck me about, to your point, is that the competitive balance in your district, in almost every El Paso district, I don't want to speak for all of them, but especially in your district, is so – you don't get that in other places in the state.
No,
that
it's
every
very
team,
close.
It's not just that all the teams are evenly matched. I think it goes to the fact that all the teams know each other and all the teams don't particularly care for each other.
Yeah,
and I think that's what makes it fun.
There's a lot of rivalries and there's a lot of parity. And, I tell people we were district champs last year and we were 4 plays away from not making the playoffs. It gets that close. And there's good players and great coaches, and it's starting to look better. I talk with Matt all the time. When I first got out there, the roadblock was the Modesto roadblock. We couldn't beat those teams. And, now the roadblock's a little further down the road to the Dallas area, and it's a little bit bigger roadblock, but, you got to chip away at it one game at a time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do want to ask you, because you offered it beforehand, I understand you deleted your Twitter?
Well, it's not deleted yet, but I've gotten off of Twitter.
You are on a Twitter hiatus.
Well, I guess it takes 30 days to actually deactivate.
I wouldn't know.
But, I guess I get a little bit lively on Twitter, and I even go back and forth with you.
Yeah, we do. We've definitely gone back and forth.
So I'm going to tone it down a little bit.
But I like it. No. I need to be held in check. Like, for example, I think one of the things you mentioned to me, I can't remember who it was.
Well, I think you commented about Cedarius Barfield being under the radar. I was like, the kid's second team All-State, he's not under the radar. He's a good player. He's a really good player.
But I think that's one of the things. That's a battle that you fight.
Yes.
That other places don't fight.
They don't have to fight it, and they don't understand it. And, right now I was talking to guys. I'm trying to find games for non-district games. Yeah. And, the Dallas schools won't play us, and the Houston schools and the San Antonio schools won't play us. But we will never get the respect of those schools until we play them. So it's the kind of thing that a San Antonio area team
if they beat you guys, then it's like, oh, you were supposed to beat
They didn't gain
right?
anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But if you beat them, then all of a sudden it's a huge story in San Antonio.
Yep.
So why give them the chance? Like, I understand that. But I think that's something that people may not understand about El Paso High School football.
It's a quandary that we're in. So we try to play some good competition. We play New Mexico State champions. We play Midland Christian. They're a good TAP school. And we play Del Valle. They're a good El Paso school. But, I'm trying to find some different games because I need our kids exposed to the bigger picture also. We know that we don't have the same type of respect as the rest of the state. So, but we're not ever going to get it until we play them. So it's
exactly
that catch-22.
Right. You're exactly right. Now, I do want to say, for the record, I want to rephrase a tweet that I had earlier. I think Cedarius Barfield's a Power 5 player. That's my thought. I think that's it.
I got to coach against him. Trust me.
So whereas I'm talking about how I probably misconstrued that he's under the radar, but I'm like. And no disrespect to San Diego State, who runs a great program and also has a big presence in El Paso whenever they come to recruit.
Well, that's because of Coach White. They have a guy that is from El Paso.
Yeah, so they come and they're able to pluck those gems that other people maybe aren't seeing. I'll just say this. Cedarius Barfield should be playing for a Power 5 team.
And
that's just my thought.
That might still come.
Yeah.
That might still come. There's a lot of questions. A lot of the guys I've talked to today have asked me about him.
We've had a great conversation with Patrick Melton of El Paso
the
Americas,
wheel.
so now we're going to ruin it with the wheel. This is the wheel of questions. There's some good questions. There's some dumb questions. Please spin the wheel.
All right.
We've got El Paso Americas coach Patrick Melton spinning the wheel. We're going to ask him about
aliens.
Do you believe in aliens?
Absolutely.
My man.
I have to coach against them a bunch. These guys that do superhuman things.
And you guys are near-ish New Mexico.
We're near Roswell.
You're near Roswell, so this is good. I'm glad that I'm not alone in this. I think we're definitely not alone in the universe. I think there's got to be aliens out there, right? Right? Don't you agree?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you apply like mathematical laws and stuff to it, if space in the universe is infinite and there's a minuscule chance that there's life somewhere else, then mathematically there's life somewhere else.
The man who gets it, El Paso America's coach, Patrick Melton. Coach, appreciate your time. I will be nicer on Twitter.
Me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There you go.
All right.